This morning we had the chance to eat breakfast at the hotel we stayed in the other night. I tried out their special scrambled eggs, which turned out to be spicier than I thought. Our half-day program was one of the most expected activities that we could do on this holiday. We visited two Sri Lankan elephants, namely Menike and Kumari, at the Elefant Freedom Project, where the aim is to give a safe home for these captive elephants. First, we all got a basket full of fruits which we could give to Kumari and Menike, and when the caregivers suggested, we could touch and pet them. It is possible to select either the morning or the afternoon routine with the animals, or to stay for a few days on site where people can help the staff with the duties around the elephants in exchange for more private time with them. We selected the morning option, so from 9 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. we were able to follow their daily schedule from the breakfast through their slow and relaxing walk until the bath time in the water. We also had a mahout with us, which is basically an elephant trainer who made sure that we weren't safe. They told us that they have a special common language with the elephants, and obviously their special bond was visible. We could also water them, and it was interesting to see how much water they could fit into their snout. Then we continued our walk to check out their sleeping area. In order to ensure a peaceful environment for the elephants, they allow only a few people per turn, so it is advised to book a time in advance. It is important to mention that Menike and Kumari both have owners, as in Sri Lanka it is impossible to buy elephants, so the guys at the Elefant Freedom Project are renting them, as this is the only way to keep them in a safe environment and keep them away from places where people could ride them. It was funny to see them rubbing against the side of the tree as well. Next up was the river, where we got some coconut shells so we could wash the skin of the elephants properly. Before letting the animals go, we collected some leaves which we could give them to eat before going back to their place. These are all rubber trees. Next up for today was the central point of Sri Lanka. Nalanda Gedige is an ancient Buddhist shrine with Hindu architectural influences, and it is considered the geographical center of the island. The building was constructed between the 8th and the 10th centuries, and it is a mixture of Buddhist and Hindu architecture. Some of the elements are definitely Hindu, such as the hall of waiting. However, there is no sign of Hindu gods. At the same time, here are some erotic tantric Buddhist carvings in it. There is also a stupa next to the shrine. We also stopped by a shop full of wood carving products where a guy gave us a short presentation on how specific colors are created in order to paint the wood figures. First, he rasped some wood. Then he threw it into hot water and started to blend them, so we received this pinky color. After adding some lemon drops, the color of the water started to become darker and it ended up being purple. However, after adding more lemon, the color got yellowish. As a next step, some kind of powder was added to the water, but unfortunately I forgot to ask what that was, and the color became pinkish again. We even had a quick look in the shop and bought a beautiful peacock mask. On the way to our next accommodation, we saw the lions rocking the distance, which we will discover in the upcoming days. We stayed in the Kuber Echologe, but this time for 3 nights. Before going to sleep, we had dinner at the restaurant of the hotel.